Welcome. Today we are going beyond the gate to talk about the movie Blue Gender, The Warrior, a recap film that summarizes the events of the original series Blue Gender. So in a way, this is a recapception. Let's begin. The film starts with our main character Yuji, who's being transported in a sleep pod by a couple soldiers. During the transfer, the soldiers are attacked by the Blue. Yuji wakes up prematurely because of this action. Luckily for him, the pod cracks open, allowing him to escape. The Blue that killed the soldiers proceed to attack Yuji, and a mysterious soldier saves him from certain death. After escaping certain death, he flees into another room where he's greeted by even more Blue. Yuji sees all the people in the cocoons and starts to panic. All the Blue swarm him and prepare to kill him. The same Marine saves him again, and during the battle, one of the Blue knocks off part of her helmet, revealing her to be the badass Marine named Marlene. After the "come with me if you want to live" speech, Yuji accompanies Marlene as they try to escape the facility. On their way to do this, however, they are attacked by even more Blue, but this time, Marlene's forces come to rescue them. The soldiers plant a bomb in the facility, and Marlene and Yuji escape with them, with the bomb detonating in the background. While they're on the truck, Yuji thinks about his time when he was put into cryosleep, and is curious about the world, so he asks how long it's been. He's shocked to learn that it's been 22 years since he was put into cryosleep. We also learn that Yuji was born in 1992 and started sleep treatment in 2009. He was put in there because of his rare condition called prophecy syndrome. The soldiers called him a sleeper, and they explained that for some reason it's vitally important to collect people just like him. We also learned that the bugs that conquered Earth are called the Blue. After this conversation completes, the team heads to the Tokyo spaceport, located on a carrier since the Blue hate water. On the spaceport, Yuji sees other sleepers and rushes over to them. Before he gets there, the Blue attack. Yuji panics, concerned at what's going to happen to the sleepers, but Marlene slaps him to get him to focus on task. Most of the crew and all the sleepers are killed by the Blue, with only Marlene, Yuji, Joey, and a few other soldiers escaping. Yuji in frustration screams as all the sleepers are consumed by the Blue. This is one massive scream. Eventually, the surviving members land at a new campsite. Yuji feels helpless and wants to learn how to fight. Marlene objects since Yuji is a precious sample as a sleeper and they've already lost too many to lose him. But Joey agrees, so they train him. Joey also cuts Yuji's hair, so now he resembles his counterpart in the original series. Yuji learns how to shoot a gun and pilot an armor strike, the mecha of this series. At the pier, Yuji completes his training by taking out anchor with the armor strike. Yuji discovers that actual combat is much different from training because while they're at the pier, the Blue attack, and Yuji, instead of trying to fight the Blue, freaks out and backpedals. Basically, he flees from the situation. So Marlene has to take over and kill all the three Blue herself. After the battle, the team heads out on ship to the Korean coast. After they dock, they travel by truck. And while traveling by truck, they notice a bridge made out of parts from other buildings and decide to check it out. Yuji discovers a group of survivors and he meets a girl named Young and her dog Maru. But the town is disgusted by Yuji while he's there. According to Marlene, the reason why they're upset is because only the best of humanity went to second Earth, leaving everyone else to die. So essentially, all those people feel betrayed by the governments of the world. Later on in the evening, Young brings Yuji some food and says that she likes sleeping because the monsters don't exist while you're asleep. Yuji also says he was asleep a long time ago. Meanwhile, we see Marlene talking to the commander, and she tells him we have to get to Baikonur, Russia to find the nearest spaceport. The next morning, Yuji and the rest of the team are traveling by truck to try to get to Baikonur, Russia. However, during this trip, Yuji expressed how he's angry that they're going to leave everyone else to die. The commander points out that he can't save everyone, and Yuji at least tries to bargain for the little girl. Marlene then savagely burns him by pointing out the hypocrisy of this idea, since Yuji said earlier that everyone's considered equal and we shouldn't just save certain people over others. While traveling, of course the truck is attacked by the Blue. The commander is killed in a truck, and Joey and Yuji are sent flying in an armor strike by one of the Blue. Marlene was knocked unconscious, but recovers fast enough to save Yuji. And to make matters worse, more Blue arrive. The swarm kills all the survivors, including the girl who calls out to Yuji before the end. Yuji gets quite a shock when he discovers that Joey died in the armor strike and throws up. Now with both the commander and Joey dead, Marlene still vows to get Yuji to space. We see then Marlene and Yuji traveling to Russia. During the hiking portion of this trip, Yuji's unable to keep up with Marlene and collapses. She brings him to a temple where they both rest. Next morning, they start hiking again, but as they hike, Yuji expresses that he's pissed off that Marlene doesn't care about that other people died. He punched her, in which Marlene takes it like a monster and then responds with a stronger punch of her own. She explains that all that matters is surviving, and only those with power will survive. Yuji doesn't improve and expresses that he would rather stay on Earth and then Marlene threatens to kill him, stating that she can report it as an accident if he doesn't end up with her. Yuji decides to go along with Marlene, which was obviously the smarter move. During the panic-stricken, Yuji grabs a gun but falls down a hill only to be saved once again by Marlene. When she gets him back to the top of the hill, the two share a blanket to stay warm. Marlene discusses that they must do whatever it takes to survive, and Yuji criticizes this as her devotion to that duty will also get her killed. We also get some flashbacks reflecting Yuji's thoughts on the matter as Marlene falls asleep. The hike would again continue the next morning. Marlene tells Yuji it's possible he will not die from the illness, and only Blue attack major cities, so he could be safe somewhere here. She basically wanted Yuji to choose for himself if he wants to come to Earth too. Yuji decides to stick with Marlene. Eventually they start hiking on snow, and during this part, Marlene cannot keep up with Yuji. In fact, she almost falls off the mountain, and this time Yuji saves her. Marlene remarks that they both almost died because of it, but Yuji laughs it off and says he doesn't know right from wrong, but is just living on his own free will. Marlene starts to show interest as she smiles at him. Eventually the two reach some kind of desert, and they travel down the sand dunes in a dune buggy and kill some Blue on the way when they eventually end up at the spaceport. When they arrive at the base, Yuji and Marlene run into automatons, which have gone haywire and are attacking everyone instead of just the Blue. It's thanks to a bunch of soldiers that they're not killed themselves. The soldiers discuss with Marlene and Yuji that they want to head to the spaceport but can't due to the automatons, so they come up with a plan to deal with this. Marlene explains that the plan of the soldiers is to use the Blue to bait the automatons so they can attack the base and then eventually get the shuttle ready for launch. Before the mission commences, Marlene assures Yuji that she will get him to space. Yuji then offers Marlene an earring from his past friend that's supposed to bring good luck, but Marlene rejects the earring and says that Yuji should take it since he needs more luck than her. Talk about being brutally honest. The plan works flawlessly as the main group deactivates and then reactivates the automatons so they will only attack the Blue. During the preparation to launch, there's an alert of a gigantic Blue on its way, and a power outage occurs which allows the Blue to destroy the automatons which were protecting the base. This power outage causes the commander to start panicking and decides to leave with just Yuji, leaving everyone else to die. But Yuji disagrees with this and heads out with the armor strike to help out. Despite Yuji's best intentions, he's almost killed off by a gigantic large Blue, the one that they heard about earlier, and again was saved by Marlene. The surviving forces take the shuttle to Earth 2. While on the shuttle, Yuji gives Marlene the earring and then kisses her. The two clearly have fallen in love, but their romance would get cut short as a Blue stowaway attacks the ship, with Yuji taking a seemingly fatal blow that was meant for Marlene. At Earth 2, Yuji is transported to get medical attention, and they don't allow Marlene to accompany him. 2 months pass, and Marlene still hasn't seen Yuji, but is going through retraining and fails since Yuji's influence has changed her perspective on life. The movie then shows us some scenes of experiments on the Blue, including a flashback of a rabbit turning into one, implying that these creatures may have been a result of humanity experimenting on other animals. After we see that scene about the history of the Blue, we then see Miyagi explain to the council the power of the sleepers and how they sync with a specially made armor strike with Mega Blade. He convinces the council that the sleeper brigade is all they need to take out the Blue. During this scene, we see a close-up of Yuji's face as he freaks out while in the armor strike. The council agrees to this, and the operation to take back Earth begins. We then see a montage of the force of humanity landing on Earth and beginning to attack the Blue. During this battle, we cut away to Marlene with other soldiers fighting in one of the nests, and a Blue almost killed her. This time, it's thanks to Yuji, who saves her. The team members put a bomb in the nest, which destroys it. After the mission, Rick makes his move on Marlene, only to get rejected. She also questions the oddity of the armor strike that saved her. The next day, Marlene's team heads to the jungle as they search for other nests. It's there that Marlene tries to comfort some children that they find. Of course, the Blue attacked them, and again, it's Yuji who saves Marlene. During the battle, his helmet comes off, revealing the pilot to be in fact Yuji. Marlene tries to talk to him, but Yuji doesn't remember who she is. After this incursion, the team then moves out to take out the largest nest in North America. Miyagi at Earth 2 muses that even if they take back Earth, the council will still remain here as this place will become their grave. During the battle, we see another part of the city where Yuji is shown laying waste to the Blue with ease. Yuji attacks Marlene after she tries to reason with him. Yuji leaves Marlene after significantly damaging her armor strike. So, if you care, Rick and his team died at a different part of this city during this battle. Sometime after Yuji left Marlene, she gets up and inserts that earring the old-fashioned way, then grabs an advanced armor strike to battle Yuji. During the battle against Yuji, he shoots her helmet off, which triggers his memories of this happening when they first met. As a result, the two crash into each other, which renders both armor strikes too damaged to use. Yuji escapes and tries to walk away, and Marlene is not far behind him and follows him. Eventually, Marlene catches up to Yuji, who collapsed on the floor. Miyagi is shown in Earth 2 committing suicide once he realizes that the sleepers went berserk because of their condition and that all of humanity is doomed anyways. Marlene is just sitting there by Yuji in somewhat depression, but is disturbed by a signal that more blue are approaching. Before the bugs have a chance to kill them, Yuji's eyes open up, causing the B cells to merge with the bugs or him, not sure. Either way, the blue don't recognize him as food and flee. Yuji awakens and thanks Marlene, and the film ends. And that was Blue Jenner the Warrior, an awesome film. But if you want the full experience, watch the original anime as well. Thanks for spending time with me today. Please subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time we go beyond the gate to explore another fantastic anime.